But I watch a lot of British math shows, so maybe it's called the Taxicab Distance in Britain or something.
I watch a lot of British math shows. Is that... If anybody is still watching, can you confirm how horribly sad it is to say the expression, I watch a lot of British math shows?
I watch a lot of British math YouTube channels, is what I was trying to say.
I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that's better.
You have the graphics for the DOS version, right?
I have many options for the graphics for the DOS version.
Right.
But yeah, it doesn't affect the caves. So like, yeah, I can set it to
Yeah, but it'll affect the battles.
It will affect the battles, yeah. So like, yeah, I can set it to PC VGA. It affects sort of the surround, but not the not most of what you might care about. Is there like a death penalty for music? Sort of the opposite of Musical Hall of Fame kind of stuff? Here we go! That's what you're looking for!
This is probably still too much color. Real Familiar Fez, I don't know if you're restricting it to only the early Ultimas, because the later Ultimas certainly had a lot of music. I know Ultima 6 had a lot of great music, which is the False Prophet, if that's the one you're talking about.
Okay, so I now understand how these connect, and I slightly screwed up the last one, but that's fine. Secret slides. Secret slides. Secret slides.
Secret slide.
Okay. What an excellent little room. I'm so glad I took the time. A strange wind. Oh,
so I remember me telling you about this.
Yeah. I guess don't try and reignite the torch when I'm on the strange wind. That's not gonna work.
Right.
I don't really seem to have accomplished very much here. Oh, we're gonna auto heal a bit apparently.
That was a good murder though at the end.
That's what we call quick murder. Failed. Cool. Failed. Cool. Conflict. Cool. I gotta say, I'm kind of hating the PC VGA graphics. Maybe next time we use something different. Let us try. What haven't we done in a while? We kind of did everything.
That's right, Speclad. The strange smelling wind was so bad that the torch committed suicide.
That feels about right. It only took me like 12 tries to open that. Neat. Okay, so this just connects here. That's not very exciting. But if I go over here, I haven't gone this way yet. And it just connects here. How not exciting. Really glad I have a map.
I mean, there are 8 levels, which sucks, but the good news, if you can call it that, is that each level is only 16 by 16, which isn't too terrible.
Excuse me while I get confused by my own map. There we go. Secret slides. Could there be secret slides? Could there be secret slides, maybe? Is that a possibility? So I can go back up. I guess I'd rather go down.
I don't actually know what that refers to. My guess is that they're just saying that because this is a weird like hub room, that like there are secret slides up and down to the different levels in that particular room. But I don't know if that's what that means. That's my only guess.
PC VGA graphics remind real familiar fans of a PC 98.
He corrected, or they've corrected to PC 88.
Even better. There was another way down, yeah, over here. Secret slides. Secret slides. Descend, please. Oh, equally useful, it seems.
Yeah, I will tell you that those are the only ways down to that third level. So just in case that might give you a hint as to something.
Well, it suggests that I need to like search or something, but I couldn't figure out a way to search.
All right. Well, because we need to find out the mechanics, go
Ah!
down and just try walking into a wall.
Wait.
As I just said.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Misty Writing. I would have never guessed to beware traps. Oh, do not mean to leave a note.
I will also say there is a healing fountain on this floor, which is interesting because it means that maybe you won't have to.
Oop. I'm apparently quite bad.
How did you manage to get here so quickly? Jeez.
By using a map is the answer to that question. Oh my god.
Yeah, but...
Very badly using a map. I mean, it was just like, walk one forwards and then one right. It was not a hard place to find, to be honest.
Alright. Okay. It doesn't look like... I don't know. I'm very confused right now. Oh! It's not... Oh! This is gonna be bad then. That means something, by the way. The fact that it was such a short distance, it shouldn't have been such a short distance.
Cool.
It means traps can be teleporters.
I don't want to believe that.
So I say that because that's gonna screw up your mapping big time.
I'm just gonna keep on. This misty person still sure is helpful, says Specklad. Thanks, Misty! Thanks for your misty writing. It's a demon! No, not a demon! I love when that spell fails. It's my favorite. Port of this game to the Wolfenstein 3D engine. Yeah, that's a good idea, Specklad. All I'm getting is gold. I don't want gold. I want the Mark of Kings or something.
The Mark of the Beast.
I want the Mark of the Beast.
And you're back here already. That's... These things are sure interesting.
They poison. They poison. That's very bad. They poison!
They poison!
Okay, we are getting the heck out of Dodge. Yeah, I think whatever you claimed is just all lies. You're just a big fat liar.
Okay, whatever you say. Believe whatever you want.
I will believe whatever I want. Thank you, map.
There are only three types of enemies in the game.
Real Familiar Fez, this is an official port of the game. This is the MacOS 10 port of the game. If you search for Lairware, that is Lairware, Ultima 3, that's the version I'm playing, you will find this version. It is, I think, the most interesting port of this game.
Anyway, there are only 3 enemies in the entire game. Types of enemies in the entire game that can poison you on hit. So you've run into 2 of them now.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to mention is that there is such a thing as a fountain. In addition to a fountain of healing, there is such a thing as a fountain of curing, and there are 2 in Darden's Pit, but they're nowhere near the levels you were on.
Oh boy, more levels I can't use. I should not have wasted my time doing that when I'm currently busy being poisoned. Excuse me, I'd like to not be poisoned now. Get out of my way, Jester. Oh man, this is one of those games where poisoning is rare but terrible. That is all the time spent on implementing the first-person view that only makes the game decidedly worse. I mean, that's true of any game with that first-person view. It's awful. Oops, I should have actually paid, probably. Ah, it's hot. Yes, I'll pay. Thank you. I don't know what the C is. Good point, Specklad. Not rare enough, says FedEx. Presumably about that style. I really wish that 3D style was a lot more rare, because it is garbage. It is just a quick way to ruin any video game, yes. I still think LCB means liquor control boards. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Okay, time to heal forever. Cantabrian must be his middle name. Hello, my name is Lord. I mean, imagine the kind of douchebag who would name his son Lord. Or, you know, Baron, for example.
Yep.
just throwing that out there.
Almost as bad as one that would name their son Eric.
Where is that from? What?
Isn't that one of his other sons' names?
Oh, okay. I had no idea what you. I didn't connect my own joke there. That's how dumb I am.
Yeah. But it does make me sound like an asshole to anybody named Eric.
Yes. Kind of does. That's right. This is the annoying, like, everything is hidden city. I thought there was also a cave in here. I guess not. I guess I'm just imagining things. I remember seeing another
Eleanor
cave.
Dazzle Queen just sounds like Crystal Eleanor Dazzle Queen just sounds like the name of like a pony from MLP.
Or name their son after themselves, says Specklad, being both Specklad simultaneously being very sort of like that's a normal tradition, so really putting yourself out there. And also, like, that's a very Russian naming thing, so not really sure where you're coming from.
Well, also
there.
Icelandic.
Yep, Icelandic is purely that. I'm gonna go back to Macintosh black and white. I like that look.
You'll be happy to know that all of the dungeons in this game are indeed 8 levels and 16 by 16.
16 by 16 is really small.
But 16 by 16 by 8 is pretty big.
Yeah. And my mapper isn't really designed for loops. I guess I could make some modifications to it and just make it loop around.
You might want to consider investing in that alteration, because literally every floor is a toroid.
I mean, if they're all exactly 16 by 16, it's not like there's no exceptions, then that's not too bad.
That's not important, yeah, but
well, no, that is important,
and it is
but
true.
it's...
Well, yeah. It is, I think, true that they're all 16 by 16. I guess where it could get confusing is when you get teleported.
Which did not happen in that dungeon, no matter how much you think it did.
You just really don't want it to have happened.
It did. The map still worked out perfectly, so it obviously didn't happen. Like, the map was exactly right.
It did happen. The map was right because the way that the teleporters apparently work is that there's a trap on either side, and the trap goes back, if that makes sense. In other words, the teleport is consistent. If it teleports from one trap to the other, then it teleports back.
But I only got, like, noted of a trap once, and the other time I caught a trap and didn't, like, I detected the trap. I didn't fall for it, so to speak.
You did detect trap once, but it was on the second floor.
I don't think what you think happened.
Okay, whatever you say, whatever you want to believe. I'm telling you that it did.
I'm telling you that it didn't, and I'm the one playing the video game, therefore I'm right. That's how that works.
I just calculated the taxicab distance in order to walk from the ladder to one of the chests. It would have been 20 steps. Without teleportation.
So I've usually heard that
With
just called the Manhattan distance. Not the taxicab
I've only heard it called the taxicab distance. But I watch a lot of British math shows, so maybe it's called the taxicab distance in Britain or something.
I watch a lot of British math shows. Is that...
Not shows. Shows is a bad terminology.
If anybody is still watching, can you confirm how horribly sad it is to say the expression, I watch a lot of British math shows?
I watch a lot of British math YouTube channels, is what I was trying to say.
I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that's better.
Well, I watch a lot of math YouTube channels, and a lot of them happen to be
Spec
British.
Lad, there is definitely
I
a
don't
connection
seek out
between the
British.
term Manhattan distance and the term taxi cab distance, sure. And they're obviously referring to the same concept. Okay, cool. I managed to get the crap beaten out of me, and I haven't even found a cave. Fish.
It's funny because now that I think about it, like I watched two mostly, as far as I can remember, stand-up maths and a number file. But I feel like there's more.
Yeah, British math YouTube shows are. I think you're winning the
That's
the
right,
argument
Phoenix.
here.
Thank you, Joey. I'm going to assume that's a reference to number file, even though I don't actually recognize that reference because you mentioned Brady.
I'm glad that at least the battles are really engaging and exciting in this game, because it needs that sort of... Excuse me, I might take a nap while this battle happens. Okay. Kill them with your bows. Oh boy, another level. Dumb shit's level 12. Still can't make any use of it. So there's multiple marks of multiple kings, huh?
Yes. There are 11 marks of kings sprawled across
11 marks
5
of kings.
dungeons.
Do, 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 do. You know, now that I think about it, I'll bet that the fix to get the mapper to do what we need is actually pretty simple. Now, obviously, the previously existing map won't, like, fix itself, but it should do the right thing. And now my face is sideways because I spent some time with my face sideways, and it screwed up my face.
I was going to mention the Parker Square, but...
You're really teaching me to hate math, and I think that that's it's an important thing.
You already hated math.
I mean... Yes. I'm trying to find a way to disagree, but I think I agree. There's suddenly like a... Ooh! I found a waterfall cave.
I see that.
Okay. Doinky doinky. And... we're gonna go ahead... and enter the waterfall cave. Waterfall cave. That'll do. Now let's see if the looping works correctly. I don't feel like bewaring the fires of hell. Beware the fire was of hell. I don't wanna. You can't make me beware the fires of hell. Ooh. Well, this is certainly interesting.
It's one of the many fountains which can have good or bad effects.
Well, that means it's for dumb shit. That's nice, apparently. Do I know what happened, or...
There are 2 fountains on this level. One of them cures poison, and the other one causes poison.
Neato. Well, this certainly isn't doing anything negative, so... I love dead ends. I'm betting this is the one that causes poison.
Only one way to find out.
Yummy! Yuck! Horrible!
The good news is that you know that there's a cure poison fountain very nearby.
Specifically, right here. And to turn around, I have to see the fountain every time I turn, which is pretty much not broken. Phoenix, neither. It is doing neither of those. I have a separate laptop to my side, and I'm just making the same motions in both.
We've discussed the possibility of capturing the keystrokes, but the problem then is that you have to capture something about the screen in order to know whether you're running into a wall or there's a text box or something like that.
So this is just my own contraption.
Which isn't to say that it's impossible. It would just be overcoding this.
Yeah. Given that, I don't want a different version for every single game. I evaded a trap, apparently.
Did you mark it as a trap?
Nope. Because we're about to walk right back through it again. Oh, I guess once you've evaded it, it's gone. Well,
oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is a definite simple solutions are the best solutions, Fenix, because I can reuse this for lots and lots of different games.
Anti-poison!
But yeah, doing this kind of game without a mapper, to me, is, like, psychopathic behavior.
Oh yeah, this game would be impossible.
Ooh, look what I found.
This game, you'd have to be a psychopath to do this game without a mapper.
Let me just...
What did you find? A hidden wall?
Yeah.
I mean a hidden door. A hidden wall! You just run into air.
It just sort of connects back to this other long hallway where there was a trap, so it's not that interesting, but, it was there. I did find it by accident. Let me go in here simply because I haven't yet. Hello. Cool. Does scrap paper and pencil count as a mapper? Yes, absolutely, Phoenix. So I most certainly have mapped out this kind of game by hand. But it's, still much less awful to do it this way. Well, I'm just gonna check this just in case. Yeah, okay.
Here's a potentially helpful bit of information for this particular dungeon. Until you get down to the 8th floor, there are no 2x2 walls in this dungeon.
That feels like the last bit of a riddle that doesn't actually make any sense. There are no
I figure it can help with
2x2 walls.
I figure it can help with mapping because then you'll know, like, if there's an area that you haven't mapped, you don't. If it's more than 2x2, or if it's 2x2 or bigger, you will know that it's not all walls. In other words, you'll know that you have more to map.
Where haven't I gone yet? Let me go over here. Really wait for the torch to go completely out. Okay, let me just quickly mark that. Oh, I'm back here. Okay, that was nothing. This isn't nothing. This is a battle. What great time to heal so that I can't get this treasure. Oh my god. I got slightly lost in the map because of the battle happening. Just gonna explore for a second, see what I haven't seen. I feel like I've seen everything. Yeah, there's no exits I haven't seen, so there must be something hidden.
That's why I mentioned the 2x2 wall thing.
I don't understand what you mean by 2x2 wall. Ciao, Phoenix.
I mean, if you have a grid of 16 by 16, there are no 2x2 areas in the entire grid that are all wall.
But what do you?
Oh, I should mention that walls in this game are 1 tile thick. They're not like. I just realized something about doors.
So what you're saying is there's no, like, fully boxed in area.
No, what I'm saying is that if you have a 16 by 16 grid and you color in black for wall and white for not wall, right?
Yes.
So that's what I mean by wall. Is it's a full tile. There are no 2x2 black areas.
I see. Okay.
There are no black areas that are 2x2 or bigger. They're all. Yeah. In other words, yeah, exactly that.
Not that this particular one was anything.
But that does confuse me a little bit. When you step into a doorway...
So,
good. Okay,
I determined that
I see now.
It definitely is an actual spot. I determined that the last area, because...
Yeah.
like, the last area made no sense unless... Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
piece of
I was
design.
briefly confused because once I thought about it a little bit more, it's different than like wizardry, which the walls are like the lines along the grid, they're edges. But in this game, the walls are actually cells.
Oh, that's gonna make my mapper kind of suck for wizardry.
Oh yeah, if you play wizardry, you would have to do it completely different because the walls are edges.
Ooh, looky what I found.